are my recordings. The Tongue Twister. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled pepper. Did Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled pepper? If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled pepper Peter Piper picked? She sells seashells by the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if the shells sells on the seashore, I'm sure the shell seashore sells. I thought, but a thought I thought wasn't the thought I thought. I thought if the thought I thought had been the thought I thought, I wouldn't have thought so much. This is my next recording. The throng of Thuringian thermometers. The throng of thermometers from the Thuringian thermometer folks arrived Thursday. There were 1,033 thick thermometers, though instead of 1,036 thin thermometers, which was 3 thermometers fewer than the 1,036 we were expecting. Not to mention that there were thick ones rather than the thin ones. We thoroughly thought that we had ordered 1,036, not 1,033 thermometers, and asked the Thuringian thermometer folks to receive the 3 thermometers rather than 1,036 and promised to replace thick thermometers with thin thermometers. A surly sergeant socked an insolent sailor Sam. A surly sergeant from Cisco, Texas, saw a sailor sit silently on a small seat reserved for youngsters. He stayed for several minutes while thoughts swarmed around. Sam asked the sailor to cease and desist, but he sneered in his face. Sam was so incensed that he considered it sufficient incentive to sock the sailor. The sailor stood there for a second, astonished, and they strolled away. Sam was perplexed but satisfied, and the thoughts scampered like ants over to the seesaw. The third is all's well that ends well. A lazy Thursday at the zoo found the zebras grazing, posing for pictures and teasing the zookeeper, who knows was bronzed by the sun. The biggest zebra's name was Zachary, but his friends called him Zach. Zach was a confusing zebra whose zeal for reason caused his cousins, who were naturally unreasoning, to pause in their conversations. While they browsed, he philosophized. As they grazed, he practiced Zen. Because they were Zach's cousins, the zebras said nothing, but they wished he would muzzle himself at times. The fourth is the Tin Man. A fashionably tan man sat casually at the bed stand, lashing a handful of practical bits. The manager, a crabby old bag of bones, passed by and laughed. "You're about average, Jack. Can't you lash faster than that?" Jack had enough, so he clambered to his feet and lashed. "That's faster than any man had ever lashed back." As a matter of fact, he lashed back so fast that he seemed to dance. The manager was aghast. "Jack, you're a master bit lasher," he gasped, satisfied at last. Jack sat back and never lashed another bat. And the last is a lot of long hat walks in the garden. June was not sorry for the boss, called off the walks in the garden. Obviously, to him, it was awfully hot, and the walks were far too long. He had not thought that walking would have caught on the way it did, and he fought the policy from onset. At first, he thought he could talk it over at the law office and have it quashed, but a small obstacle halted that thought. The top lawyers always bought coffee at the shop across the lawn, and they didn't want to stop on John's account. John's problem was not office politics, but office policy. He resolved the problem by bombing the guard.
Well, it's on my mind, I'm heading back